Hi, Gemini. This is your monthly reading for April, Sun, Moon, and Rising and Venus signs. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading and this is not going to resonate for every single Gemini out there. All right, you guys, let's get started. See what's happening for my Geminis. April. All right, we have in balance, and then we have unstuck the stuck. Some of you guys for the month of April, you guys are going to start becoming trying to get unstuck in something. And I feel like you guys are trying to balance something out in your life here, where I think for some of you guys, you've had to deal with certain people or certain situations that maybe was unfair for a while, or it's just was out of balance. And I think you guys were just, sick and tired of it. So I have the Judgment card, the Seven of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, the Hermit, the Magician, the Seven of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, and then the Queen of Swords. Oh my goodness, here, Gemini. Oh gosh. All right, I'm getting a couple of things. So I feel like for some of my Geminis, you guys are kind of not very happy about certain situations, because something that I'm picking up for a lot of you guys is you could have dealt with somebody. You're dealing with somebody here, Gemini, that could have lied to you about, oh yeah, I will. For instance, somebody says, oh yes, I will take care of this or that, and then they don't. And then now it's a huge burden for you. You could have been in a relationship where maybe you got into a actual romantic relationship, could have even moved in with this person, could have a lot of stuff with this individual. This person promising that they're going to put in work with you to build, or they're going to do whatever. And then they didn't, and they made you have to do everything. But whatever this is, you're dealing with somebody who caused you a lot of burdens. Somebody that lied to you, that could have, I'm getting for some of you, even they could have kept their options open, but you're dealing with somebody here who you question this person's character, because I feel like this is an individual that you're dealing with, Gemini, who might not question themselves. They might not question, is this wrong? Is this good? These might just be the type of people that you deal with that just maybe doesn't seem to have a conscience, right? Like there's something about here where you're judging this individual's morality, you're judging this person's character in some way. And I feel like it's because you're having to make a decision about this particular person, because you put in the work. And you've been very consistent, and you've been communicating with this person how you're feeling, what you're doing, and you hold on to that because you've been doing what you feel like you need to do in order to make this relationship work. But it feels like you're dealing with somebody here that they don't think much about the repercussions of what it is that they say or do. You're dealing with somebody who they always have a million excuses for why they can't do a particular thing. This person might lie a lot. They could be a compulsive liar even. Like they lie over everything. Things that don't even matter, they'll lie about. And you're like, why would you lie to me about that? It's like those little white lies. And sometimes maybe they just lie about something that doesn't even need to be a lie. Because I feel like for some of you guys, you're dealing with somebody here who I'm getting like a real moocher or a leech vibe, somebody that leeches off of you. But it's just causing you guys a burden. And I feel like for some of you guys, Gemini, I'm getting the sense that you're almost at your rope's end with this person, because I feel like you're about ready to tell this person off, because I don't think that they're really helping you. They're not putting in the work. And I think that a lot of you guys are walking away emotionally. You don't really want to start anything with this person again, because I get this sense that you really now see this person's character. They're all talk, but they're no show. They don't show you physically that they're actually in it. And you guys are looking for somebody to build with. You're looking for somebody to create something with, like the Empress here. You're wanting somebody that's willing to work with you. And so I think some of you guys, you're deciding to look elsewhere. You're deciding to no longer put in the work or the effort with this person. You know, you're almost at this point where you're like, there's really no point of even defending myself with this individual, because you're so done with it. You're done. You're cutting your losses. And what sucks though is I feel like you guys had a lot of financial ties or emotional ties to this person. And I don't think this is an easy decision for you, which is why I think some of you guys are hesitant to really move forward, because there's this sense of losing so much out of this connection that you know you need to heal, but you're seeing the connection for what it is. And a part of you guys, you built a lot with this person, but it was mostly you that I felt like that did a lot of the work. And I'm just getting this sense of frustration. And so I feel like it's this weird energy where you invested so much into this situation and into this person or into this career that you almost feel like you can't leave it now. You know, I can't walk away from this now. I've invested way too much. But at the same time, you're also looking at it that if I keep investing, it's almost like digging myself into a bigger, deeper financial hole, or digging myself into a relationship that I really don't want to continue to be in, you know, because it's almost like, can this person change? Is it really worth trying to fight with this individual anymore to get what you want? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's this sense of wanting to just walk away now. Because I feel like a lot of you guys, you know, you put a lot of your time, your effort into this situation, and it's like you're getting very little back compared to what you're putting in. And it's like this person promised, like you guys had, I'm getting the sense that you had an agreement, or you had some kind of arrangement where you both have communicated this. That's what I'm getting here, you know, that you both communicated what you expect from one another, and one of you is not fulfilling it. And that's just what I'm getting. So there's a lot of stuff to unpack here. So I'm going to get some clarifiers, get more information. But yeah, it feels so frustrating because it's like you just wish that this person would do the things that they say they would do. See, it's like, okay, that's what I was getting with that Judgment card. It's like this person promised that they were going to deliver whatever this was that you both made an agreement upon. But again, this person's not doing it. And it's like you're feeling frustrated because you're pulling this person's weight and your weight. And now you're feeling like, you know, what were you getting yourself into in that? Because you're not happy like you thought you would be. And that's another reason. It's like you don't really want to cut your losses because you invested so much emotionally, and you're not being able to see maybe even the blessing in this connection, or just how this connection would really work. Like you're just focusing on the negative aspects. I really am getting to that a lot of you guys, you're at this rate where you're ready to almost walk away, but there's something that kind of wants to keep you stuck, and it's something to do with this past here. Because again, I'm getting that, you know, you're going to want to speak your truth to this person and tell them how you really feel, but I feel like you're going to hold back from some of that anger maybe, or holding back certain things, because you're deciding, you know, do I really want to give like for some of you, you might want to give an ultimatum to somebody, because you're not emotionally fulfilled. You think that you thought this was what it was going to be, but it became something different. Instead, it just became a burden to you. it became a big pain in the butt. You're investing into the wrong thing is what you feel like, but now you put so much time and energy into it that it's hard to restart over again. It's gonna destroy your entire foundation. And you feel like this person's not willing to really give to you equally. Like they take, or they just don't give back, and it's like, you're kind of coming to this conclusion that maybe you need to let it go. But again, there's like this sense that there's so much that you've invested in. But this person kind of does what they want to do. And it's weird is because for some of you guys, they might come back at odd hours of the night, or, you know what I mean? Again, you're not happy here. But it's like somebody here, they abandon you when you need them most. They're just not there for you when you need them to be. And it gets frustrating because this person, they could probably lie to your face with no issues, and that causes you anxiety because, you're questioning this person. You're questioning everything about this person and maybe even the relationship here. Because whatever this was, you thought it was mutual at one point, and now you're questioning again this person's motives and what they really want, because I feel like they're causing a lot of unnecessary burden or conflict. And again, it's a burden for you because you're not emotionally happy here. And again, you invested so much time and effort into this connection that now you're like, wow, I don't really know what to do here. I feel very trapped. So I feel like a lot of my Geminis, it's like you really cared about this person. This doesn't even have to be a love relationship. This can be even a family member, a friendship, whatever this is for you guys. I'm getting, Gemini, that you don't want to walk away because you've emotionally invested into this, you physically invested into this, and you've mentally invested into this. So it's like you've put so much time and effort into it. It even could have been years, months, but I'm getting for a lot of you, this could have been years. So you feel like you're really, really wasting your time, and you felt like it could have just been a waste of time because you feel like this person can't even be honest with you when you need them to be. And it kind of frustrates you guys because now you're in this state of, well, I don't really know what to do. Because either way, I feel burdened by this. It feels like you're holding on to what you've lost more than what you're gaining by leaving. And it's kind of frustrating you guys. Because now you're like, well, what am I doing here? What's the point of continuing this if I'm not getting what I need or what I want? And it's like you could have had this as a business person, even business partner, where you two sign a contract, or you two maybe didn't even sign it, but you talked about it. Like you came to an agreement about it. Like that's what I'm really getting. It's not like, you just had one expectation and they had one expectation, but you guys never talked about the expectations. You told this person, this is what I want. And they told you what you want, like what they want. And then it's like, okay, we both come to the agreement that we're going to work with each other to make us both happy, to know what we both want. You're going to put in 10%. I'm going to put in 10%. You know what I mean? Like there's something there. And then it's like this person did not fulfill the end of their contract or their bargain with you. They took back, it's almost like they withdrew not only like what they said to you that they're going to do, but they also started taking more in the process and then lying to you about it and then making up an excuse. Oh yeah, I promised you I was going to give you this money, but I couldn't because I had to do this and that. And you know what I mean? And then they just come up with this huge big excuse to why they can't give you this money or why they can't do a certain thing for you. And it's like, at first, maybe you let it slide for some time there, Gemini, and then all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, you've been doing this to me for 3 years now. It's like realizing you've been duped in a way, or it's just feeling like you've been taken advantage of for far too long. So you're feeling really frustrated here because you feel like you're dealing with somebody who really doesn't care and somebody who really can't keep their end of the bargain. And you feel like, I'm almost getting a sense like you might have, like, what did I do? I could have made a deal with the devil, It feels like you made a deal with the devil because it's like this person, they can't give you what it is that you really want or need, but they can give you the illusion It's like, oh, I can't really give Gemini the stability or the love that they want, but I can create the illusion that I can. And that's kind of what I was getting with that magician there too. It's like, I can create this illusion for you, no problem. But am I really going to give it to you in a solid form or in a tangible way? No way. I can't do that, but I can paint you the picture that I can. And I think that that's what this person did to you. They played like psychological games with you. This person used your emotions against you. They knew what your triggers were, and then they used that to exploit it to get what they want from you. And then when you thought, when they thought, oh no, Gemini caught me, sometimes they'll wait to see if you catch on to their game. And if you don't, then they just get like a sigh of relief. Okay, now let's do it again and see if I get caught. It's like a game for this person. And when you do catch them in their game, when you do catch them off guard, they get defensive or they try and change the topic. They don't want to continue down that path with you because it's like, oh yeah, oh gosh, Gemini figured me out, but let's try not to let Gemini know that I know that. You know what I mean? So it's like this person, they try to shift the tension back onto you, So if you say, okay, hey, can I sit down with you, honey? And then you tell them your problem. All of a sudden, your problem is just your problem and they aren't the problem. And then they will make other issues reappear. Like, remember in the past you said this and that? It's like they bring up the past. They bring up certain events to kind of get you stuck in that situation with them. So the problem never, like the first issue never truly gets resolved because they keep coming back with different things. It's like you're asking a specific topic and then they go completely off the rails. And then if you try to bring them back to what you originally said, they try and go off the rails again. So it's like they don't want to stay and actually work on it. And I feel like I said, there are, maybe they're more talk than they are show. And I feel like a lot of you guys are just overthinking this. Like, is this all in my head? I feel like this person's playing games with me, but I feel like it's in my head and it's not. This person, I think, is really trying to deflect their own issues onto you and then try to make you believe that, you're the problem rather than them. Because, it takes two people to really have a true issue and to resolve that issue. Sometimes you have to kind of clean up your side of the street. And then if that person's not willing to clean up their side, you can walk away knowing that you did what you could do and you've done everything you need to do. And sometimes that's what we have to do. And I'm getting the sense that for some of you, it's like you're afraid to move forward because you're afraid of the unknown. But at the same time, you know what you're going to get if you stay. And I feel like you're not happy where you are. You feel like, I keep getting the sense like this person tries to confuse you a lot and then makes you feel bad for questioning what you want, I just keep feeling like you're dealing with somebody here who they want you to stay stuck. See, overthinking can spoil the magic. I think a lot of you guys, you overthink certain things about yourself. You're afraid of letting certain things go because you invested so much into the connection. But sometimes, Gemini, you just have to count your losses, As sad as that is and as much as that hurts us, sometimes you just have to say, I could have wasted my time here. I invested a lot, but I just need to know that, I might not get back the investment that I put into this person, but I will get back whatever I invested in some other way. So it's never a loss, but sometimes we have to count our losses in certain situations. You can't just keep going down the same path. We have fierce serenity. And I feel like, you want to be more serene. You want to go through life in a more gentler way. I feel like this person is an emotional roller coaster for you guys, all the ups and all of the downs. And it's just like, I think that for some of you guys, that's kind of exciting. In a way, when somebody can rile us up, but at the same time, I feel like it's not healthy for you guys. It's not healthy to not know where you stand in relationships and what's happening in your life. We have the external validation, and it's in the reverse. So I feel like you guys don't get the external validation that you need in order to, like, I feel like you guys get beaten down a lot. This person is slowly corroding your self-esteem, Gemini. And I think that that's something that you're coming to that acknowledgement about. So you're like, well, this person doesn't validate me. This person doesn't give me what I want. And I think it's just because this person really can't. We have limitations, inspire, invocations. So we have limitations, inspire, invocations. Unstuck the stuck. Ambush fear with your ferocious dream. Creator and air. Accept and receive. And we have changes. So I feel like right now, Gemini, you are going through a lot of changes, not only just externally, but really internally. But I'm really getting that for a lot of you guys, you're learning to become unstuck. And that's really what I'm getting. Like, it sucks, but I feel like some of you guys have to just acknowledge, yes, I need to just count my losses in this situation. You need to go after what it is that you want. And I feel like with that creator and that air, it's like whatever your mind can perceive, you can create that. You can get to that level. So if you think about, okay, well, this is my partner, but I want a partner like this, write it down, write down a list of the qualities that you want in a person and start to inhabit that. If you want somebody who's smart and funny, you yourself need to be able to have that vibration. So I feel like a lot of you guys right now, you need to really figure out what it is that you want and not be apologetic for it. You don't need to apologize for what it is that you deserve or what it is that you really want. But I feel like you guys are stuck in this infinite loop with this person, and this individual is not giving you what it is that you want. They're not giving you the peace. They're not giving you the validation that you need to build you up. This person's tearing down your self-esteem. They're doing the opposite of what you need in a partner or in a friendship or in a family, So I feel like you guys are learning to get unstuck out of this by creating what it is that you want. Start envisioning what it is that you want, Gemini, and go for it, but be open to being receptive and be open to accepting and receiving what it is that other people want to give you or what the universe wants to give you. Because what I'm getting is some of you guys, you have a really hard time, Gemini, maybe accepting or maybe you give a lot, but you don't receive a lot. And that's been a pattern for a while. And it's because you need to be more in that feminine energy where you're more receptive and more open to giving in the connection. Because you got to think about it like this, the masculine energy is all about wanting to provide. It's all about wanting to give. And the feminine energy is all about receiving and embodying it. Because the feminine energy multiplies what you give it. So for instance, like, a guy can give, a masculine energy can give the feminine energy, like, money exchange, right? Let's say, like, the masculine gives the feminine 10 grand. That feminine energy can multiply it by 20 because of the creativity, because of the life force energy, because they are allowing and receiving, and then they can create more with it. So the more that you receive, the more able that you can create what it is that you really want. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, you just need to be open to being receptive, open to really giving what it is that you want to other people. What do you want in return? And don't just listen to people's words. You need to really listen to people's actions. You really need to be open to what it is that you want to say, what it is that you want to do. And when you do that, that's when life's going to be a lot easier for you. That's when you're going to become a lot happier, because I feel like a lot of my Geminis, you got stuck in a trap by listening to people instead of really examining and listening to their actions. So once you start to really pay attention to people's actions more than their words, that's when it's going to become apparent to you who is and isn't for you, who does and doesn't love you, and being able to count your losses, being able to move forward and say, you know what? It's going to come back to me tenfold, but in a different way. I give all of my love and attention to one person and they can't give it back. Maybe I will get money in return, maybe I'll find a better partner. There's always something that's going to up level. The more energy you put in, it's not a waste. You need to see it in that form. But do what's best for you, Gemini. So that's what I have for my Geminis, especially for the month of April. I'm hoping that this resonates for you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Take it one day at a time, you guys, and know that you don't need external validation. You just need it internally to do what it is that you need to do to get out of any situation or to do whatever it is you want. You need to find that external validation inside yourself. So that's what I have for you guys. Thank you so much, Gemini. Bye.